We're going to work on seventh chords today. We did the D, that basic D shape. It's sort of like that triangle where you're playing the bottom four strings and making this shape. Let's see, can you see that? Right there. So listen to what it sounds like when you just change that D to a D seventh. What I want you to do is get used to the sound of a seventh chord. So if you're trying to learn a song from the internet or your iPod or something, or listen to a CD, you'll be able to recognize that seventh sound and convert pretty much any of the basic chords that I showed you in earlier lessons to a seventh. So a D, to convert it to a D seventh, you're just dropping that middle note on the B string 2 frets. Okay? Listen to the sound. Here's an A major. Showed you that one a while back. You can do it a couple of ways. You can bar the D, G, and B string on the second fret and play the A string open, and those 4 notes together will make an A chord. Or you can bunch your fingers up. We talked about that as well. Bunching all your fingers on the same fret for the D, G, and B string and playing the A open, and then those 3 notes. And then the high E open, that's also an A. But either way, to make that A an A seventh, you're just dropping the middle note, the second fret of the G string, down 2 frets to an open G, and it sounds like that. So listen to the difference between A major and the A seventh. D major and the D seventh. Let's do one more. G. I think that's the first chord I showed everybody. The G chord, playing it that way, with your ring finger on the 3rd fret of the low E string, and your middle finger on the 2nd fret of the A string, and then your pinky on the 3rd fret of the high E string. There's your G. To make it a 7th, you're just dropping that high E string down 2 frets. So you play that with your index finger on the 1st fret. The other 2 fingers stay in the same place, right? And it sounds like this. So listen to D and then D major and D seventh, A major and A seventh, and G major and G seventh. You just get used to how that sounds. You'll be able to identify those 7th chords and pick them out and play them properly when you're learning a song, or incorporate them into a song that you're writing, an original song. Now the other thing to keep in mind is that you can play these shapes anywhere on the neck. Just that same rule that applies with a chord, a D chord. You can play that shape anywhere if you move it up a whole step or 2 frets. You could play an E chord if you play just those 3 notes that you're fingering. That's an E. Well, if you do the same thing that you did to drop the middle note down 2 frets to make a D seventh, you can do it in this position and make an E seventh. So that would be an E and an E seventh. Okay. Same rule applies for the A shape and the G shape. So you can you can just kind of start thinking that way, because in our next lesson we're going to talk about moving the basic chord shapes up and down the neck to make pretty much any chord just by using the shape and either barring where the nut of the guitar is, or by putting a capo in to take the place of the nut. So those same shapes will work anywhere in the neck, major and 7th. So listen for 7th chords, and see you next time.